You have reached your destination.
Yep. This is done. Finally. Now I'm able to take off my crossbar on the front section and rest the front section on these. I've got them, it's a little bit warm. I've got these welded both top and underneath on both sides. Ugh. And some more into there too. Looks pretty good. Some discoloration, but yeah, big deal. So I'll get rid of this. I will zorch off the front portion, the cross member I put on there, and align things. Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so you're looking at the final outcome of about 3 hours worth of work. Oh, my back hurts. I have measured and remeasured. I drew red lines and then I sanded them off and redrew them just in case. Typically, I am so full of my own self that I say, to hell with this, I don't need to measure twice. I measure once and then I just use the grinder to overcome my mismeasurements. I can't afford that here. So I have to make this perfect for the first time, and I've got maybe an inch, 1/16 of an inch difference between one side and the other side. Okay, so I actually pulled this entire rig off of my scaffolding and made sure that the scaffolding was what do you call it, level. And then I realized it doesn't freaking matter if it's level or not, as long as some of my reference points are the same. Okay, so I used, squat down. Oh God, the bottom of the rear of the fender here, and then that point right there, 13 inches each on that side and here, and on left and right sides, right? Then, oh, that's what happens when you get old. I just turned 21. Everything hurts. And then I wanted to make sure that I truly had the true center of everything I was looking at, so that it was actually, no kidding, centered. So I drew lines, and I drew more lines, and then I went back and I drew lines, and then took it all down and retried it. I used some black and I took that off, and on and on and on. What I didn't want to do was measure once and grind or cut down 3 times like I do when I weld something. I wanted to make sure that this is all good to go. Everything matches where it needs to match, and it's centered. Because now I'm going to weld it all together. I'm finally ready. I'm going to start by in here, right? And once that's nice and toasted in, I'll take my, I'm trying to think here. Then I'll hammer this down a little bit so that it's on top of the ledge I made, and weld it in to there. Then I'll do it from the back side when the overlap comes. Okay. And then I'll do the other side as well. I've done a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Alteration. Yeah, well, I did some. I mean, you can see how much I cut off right there. That's what from here over is 1/2 inch. Whoops. From here over on this is about 1/2 inch. So that's all well and good. Like I say, I've taken a lot of time to make sure that this is centered, because when I need to turn it upside down and get to different parts, etc., I don't want it to come apart and twist or torque in a way that is going to screw me. So, yeah. Here's something else I thought you might be interested in. this is going to be, this is the front. What you're looking at is a failed experiment, or not a failed, it actually worked out the way I wanted it to work out, but this is my first version of a Sebring valence for my MGA. And it looks suspiciously, and might I add, uglily, like a Pontiac. So I abandoned this, and I came up with a different version. But you can see that on the back of this thing, it is stout, which is going to be handy because that's going to be the first thing that rocks or whatever else are gonna freaking have some issues. So what I'm going to do, honestly, is I'm going to fill this back in with fiberglass and matte and some other stuff. And then I will grind down the forward portion of it so that it is even and correct with this plane, and on and on. Yeah. So again, it's a recycled piece. It's going to look pretty freaking tits on this thing once these gaps are closed up. So have no fear. None. Not even a one fear. Yeah. Jeez, look at that. Sucker is pretty gosh dang strong. And I'm going to have to drill some pilot holes here so that when I clamp it all together, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm a little undecided as to whether to make this thing permanent or whatnot. I'll figure it out. That's what I'm going to do, because that's what I do best. I figure stuff out. Alright, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to start some welding. This is exciting times. Milestone. Well, I'm definitely going to have some body work here to do. Well, no kidding, I got body work on this one to do too. So that's done from up and under. That's done from up and under. I've got some, you can see evidence of me hiding the evidence of bad welds. And let me show you something. This is pretty exciting. This is me picking up the entire thing. And watch for here. No flex. None. What I'm going to do is weld in some braces that likely go from here to the other part, and I'm talking some angle iron, you know, some of that stuff right there. Or I've got this piece, and I've got that piece that I could use to good effect to again do some long like that. So I'm done for the night. I'm gonna put this together probably and put it on YouTube and congratulate the hell out of myself because I have mated up the back portion and the front portion, and that was a major thing for me. So tomorrow I'm going to extend these suckers that way and call that a day. Yeah, I'm almost out of weld gas, so I may not be able to do a lot of it, but yeah. Yep. Okay, here's today's job. I'm going to extend this fender from obviously here to about right here. Sort of the crest of this, so that the line comes down to about right here, somewhere like that. All right, and then I'm going to weld it all together, and well, I'm going to weld the. Well, I'm going to back up. Here's the other part of the fender. I need to zorch off all of this stuff because it's not needed and it's in the way, and that, and I need to get rid of all of this too. So I'll probably just go in from behind and take it off. Yep. And I'll get to that here in a minute. Well, I'll get to it now. I need to, god damn it, I need to replace my weld gas bottle. That sucker, I'm just about out. Do that here today as well. So yesterday I was thinking about a longitudinal piece to keep this thing steady as I put it upside down and climbed back into the tub, did some painting and preservation and yada yada yada. That is not going to be necessary now. You can see I've put in a piece. This is from the front fender, and I'm going to have a divot here that I'm going to have to fill in a little bit. Oh, it's all cool too. I'll have to fill in a little bit with some fiberglass or something, but you can see how I have stitched the whole thing in there. And perhaps in time, I will go back in and fill in the stitches so that I have even one, more structural stability, or two, filling in the gaps. Typically something like this, you grind these welds down and then you put a coating of fiberglass or body filler or something in there to fill that up. So before I do anything like that, and that's going to be a week or 2 or 3 away, I've got to put preservation in there. I'm talking epoxy primer and some other stuff to get into and behind that seam, and finish it off. So what's next is here. And I'll be doing the same thing. Exact same thing. Yeah. Yep. This is so enjoyable for me. This is a perfect Saturday for me. And I'm done. Ugly work. I foresee myself redoing some of this, at least from this point down a little bit, and this point down and into the plane of the fender better. So I may do that tomorrow. Then again, I may not. But I actually had to do some work on the back piece of this to make it stable and strong, and I took a hammer to it to see if I could break something, and my god, it's freaking strong. So tomorrow what I'll probably do is take some time to grind down these welds, see how ugly or otherwise it actually is, and come up with the next part of the plan. So I've been walking up and down, lifting this up and down to see how it is. Oops, let me move that. And when I lift it, it gets a little bit torquey. So I think now that all this is welded together, we'll just see how it is. Not bad. So this is about as stiff as I would expect and like it to be, which means if I need to, when I need to, I'll be able to flip this up, put it on its back, and get into the other side of stuff. I'm going to think about this and see what's going to be next, because I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do the floor, but I don't know yet. So, enough for that.